Hello everybody, Chris Wood here, September 17th, 2021. Just doing a quick update to let Spencer Mills, O.P.P. 14716, Staff Sergeants, Shannon Cork, Robert Kane, Robert Lucas, ex-Chief, Stacy Mental Health Worker, Shelley Hafner, Dr. Tatiana B., Dr. Joy Hadley, Dr. Waldron, Dr. Barton, Dr. Pritchard, Dr. McGregor, Triage Nurse Terry, Triage Nurse Tanya, Triage Nurse David, and Paladin Security, William Bill Woldridge, 149 Center Street North, Harvard inmate and boss, sex offender, co-offender to O.P.P., rat informant and witness protection, and also a serious fucking drug addict goof. Blair Hardy, allegedly in jail, co-offender to O.P.P., human trafficker, sex offender, drug trafficker, and murderer. Tyler Lake, guilty of murder, human trafficking. Javen Alstein, guilty of human trafficking, drug trafficking, and murders. Conveniently, I was out yesterday with my dog, and the piece of shit walked by. As you can see, my identity theft is done, so congratulations to one Tyler Lake after 3 years, to one Blair Hardy after 3 years, to one Javen Alstein after 3 years, and to William Woldridge after 3 years. You're getting your identity theft, you're completely changing me. You mentally fucked me thanks to your R&M use of me, and passing it around, giving it to all your co-offending junkies who you were giving drugs to and money to, and using this on me. The reason to mentally fuck me up so I cannot think about what has taken place with me, so I cannot talk about what has taken place with me. And this is how O.P.P., police, doctors, and their co-offenders human traffic. This is how they frame. This is how they commit financial thefts and frauds, identity thefts and frauds, and this is how they are human trafficking. This is how they are murdering. They're using their badges, positions, credentials, lies, false guise of law, drug addict junkies, inmates, lies, time buying, cover-ups, arrest refusals, etc. on their victims. Justice of the peace to obstruct, refuse arrest, so you cannot go to the police because they're involved. You can't go to the doctors because they're involved. You cannot go to a justice of the peace because she is involved helping, aiding, and covering up the crimes here. So, the O.P.P. and police you think you know in Napanee, they are terrorists. And I've been proving it on a daily basis for 3 years. This here is Tyler Lake. He is one of my identity thieves. He is a junkie, and he is guilty of murder. This is Jaben Alstein. He is a junkie. a human trafficker. He's guilty of murder, and he's most likely hanging out with Ray Ray, the guy that has the white deaf pit bull. I was out yesterday with my dog, and this piece of shit has enough balls to actually walk right by me. This is the one they call two-step. He walked right fucking by me. And he's guilty of murder. He's an O.P.P cocksucker. So, this guy here, he was recently arrested for beating two women here in Napanee with a baseball bat. And this guy here is for attempted murder, and he is conveniently associated and friends to this guy, Tyler Lake, who works with and for O.P.P. Spencer Mills, Staff Sergeant ex-Chief. So 10 chances to 1 that this guy that just got finished beating two women here in town, attempting murder on them with a baseball bat, is associated to a murderer, Tyler Lake, who is associated to the police and doctors here in criminal activity. So this guy was most likely known 10 chances to 1 and associated to Spencer Mills, to ex-chief, to staff sergeants, to Robert Kane, Robert Lucas, to Shelley Hafner, to Shannon Cork. He was probably well known to them. He's probably associated with them, and he was probably given drugs by Spencer Mills and Robert Kane, along with Tyler Lake, along with Jabin Alstein, along with Ray Ray, their dealers, along with Michelle, homeless woman, along with Kim Del Rosario, ones that live down on 34 Water Street. So I have no feeling in my head or my face except for numbness and electricity, especially all right here. Right now I feel I'm getting electricity going down through me. My head and my body while these bastards are broadcasting through me, deforming me, mentally fucking me up in hopes that I am not talking about this and not naming names and showing who is responsible for the human sex trade, slavery, trafficking, pedophilia, children to pedophiles and adults to sex offenders, how they're committing financial thefts and frauds, identity thefts and frauds, framings, false arrests, the O.P.P. You think you know, and the doctors here they have to co-commit and cover up their crimes with and for them. This is why they are so successful and why they are doing it against the poor, homeless, elderly, disabled, natives, because they know here that there is no chance for help against them. They have themselves, they have their badges, their positions, their credentials, their guns. They have doctors. So they have lawyers that will not take cases here. There is no human rights here, so they know that they can completely take your human rights, they can completely take your legal rights, and they can completely take your medical rights while they are getting away with their crimes here in Napanee. This is why these cops became cops, is to commit these crimes because they're obviously involved with banditos or Hells Angels. William Aldridge is alleged Hells Angels leader, Ontario chapter. So that means that Blair Hardy is involved. That means that Tyler Lake is involved with them. That means that Jabin Alstein is involved with them also. That means that Ray Ray is involved with them. That means Sam, Hope Mills, Michelle are all involved with Hells Angels and Banditos too if they're involved with O.P.P police, the ones named. This is 100% revenge retaliation on me for speaking police crimes back in 2019. I was at my previous address and I was shot by the ex-O.P.P chief. He went by in a white Jeep. He waved, I waved back, black truck pulled up. They pointed, shot something at me, and I've been screwed ever since. That's when the lies and the medical blacklisting and everything began against me. So this is how they were murdering here in Napanee. My skull's been completely deformed. My identity's been completely changed pretty much. And I'm being broadcasted through by a bunch of junkies here in town who are low-life pieces of shit and using me as a fucking game while they're deforming me. They're sucking the life out of me. They are murdering me for Spencer Mills, for Ontario Provincial Police, and you are all guilty of ending a bloodline. You're not only guilty of this to me, but you're guilty of murdering my mother. You're guilty of ending a bloodline. You are nothing but terrorist assassins, O.P.P, in Lennox and Addington County General Hospitals. Hospital doctors. You're doing this all for sex offending inmates because this is what you are. Labels against me stating I have long psychological history and criminal record and history, and none of it is true, and none of you bastards have to prove anything because it was done by lies against me stating suicidal self-harmer and all this other bullshit, and none of it's true. Lies against me about drugs, and none of it is true. I don't do them, I'm against them. I've lost too many friends and family from the crap junk, so that's bullshit. So all it takes is these people to cast their little lie and you're seriously fucked. I better wrap this up. Chris Wood, love all, hate none. Hit that like, share, subscribe button. Take this very serious. Be safe, especially if you're around Napanee or Wellington areas, because O.P.P there are involved also. Billy Wooldridge is from there. So